Welcome to the Cult Show. Well, this week we're talking about The Last Seduction, starring Linda Fiorentino. Who else is in this movie?
Bill Pullman,
Peter Berg.
Yeah.
It's sexy, it's smoky, it's jazzy. I really like this movie. Can't wait to see what you think about it. So let's find out. Producer Neil, play our song.
IBS got you down?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Well, and then there were two.
Just today.
Just today.
Nothing's happened. Producer Scott and Sandra had something they needed to take care of.
Very last minute.
So,
as in they were both here.
Right.
And they had to skedaddle.
Right.
So,
with our blessing, of course. They are not leaving us high and dry. We decided to go on without them. Actually,
yes.
I decided to go on without them. I pushed Neil into going on.
That's right. It's Kayla's birthday, so it's what we do.
This is true.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Thank you.
We're going to perhaps alter
Yeah.
maybe the format a little because there's just the two of us. And of course, we have the Reverend Michael in the studio with us.
We do.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
A
With
little different, but still the same.
Yeah.
Still great. Still cult show energy.
That's right. It's going to be great.
Get pumped, Neil. Get
It's going to be
pumped.
great. I arranged it on screen so I can see the things. So I don't have to go back and forth like I did last time. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, yeah. That's what we're doing. Welcome, everyone, to the Cult Show. Welcome. More importantly, you are here for Caleb's birthday today. It's hard to believe he's turning 30 years old.
Oh, thanks. I never thought I'd live past 20.
I know, right?
Here we
true.
are. 10 plus years.
He's actually
It's all
spending
good.
his actual birthday with us, which is like just it confounds me. But it's,
I had nowhere else to go.
that's all right. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna keep it kind of free. See what happens tonight. That being said, I like to say hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for joining us. I see that we got Laura and Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's there.
Thank you, Tommy, on the East
We got
Coast.
Mark Vision's Truth. I saw Vanilla Ken up there.
Ken, yeah. I didn't see if Mindy was around or not,
maybe some turkey lurkeys.
but there's always some of those, right?
We appreciate each and every one of you. So
Absolutely. Thank you guys for being here and supporting us in our hour and a half of need.
maybe just an hour.
You never know, you're right.
Maybe 30 minutes.
Oh,
There's
hello,
Hi, Mindy.
Hello. We're going to see what happens tonight. Other than that, I guess you want to run into our, we'll say cheers to everyone,
All right.
as we normally do. To you all, happy Friday. All right.
So,
what's your birthday drink of choice, by the way?
Oh, I've got that high quality H2O.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm working the water tonight. I'm hydrating
Yes, absolutely.
because I was doing the opposite,
Same.
having some birthday libations with you,
Same.
and then I found out that we had to actually read the screen and operate a mouse at the same time. So cut that out real quick.
Very, very last minute. Very last minute. So I feel like usually Sandra would take us into
Yes.
what we've been watching, reading, seeing, doing.
Yep.
So looks like I get to start.
Please.
All right. I watched the movie Flow,
Oh,
the animated animals. Yeah.
Flow, yo. It's on my list. I watched it also.
You know, guys, I really liked it. I went in expecting that I would enjoy it. I did. Hashtag Team Capybara all the way.
Okay.
If you know, you know. Love that little guy, gal,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
What a big old softie. On Netflix, I watched Court of Gold. It's I want to say a 6-episode documentary about the Olympic basketball teams this past summer. And it concentrates on Team USA, Team Canada, Team Serbia, and Team France, which were like the best, going in, and kind of played out that way. Germany was in there as well. Very good, very excellent if you like basketball.
Interesting.
But enjoyed it very much. I also read a very, very smutty little book about angels and fairies and demons and, all getting it on and fighting revolutions and battles. And it's book 2 of the Crescent City trilogy. It's called House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. Smutty little dirty book. I loved it. That was great.
Wow. Okay. Smutty.
It's book 2, like I said. So I knew what I'm in for.
Oh, okay. Was it even smuttier than the first one?
Yeah. Because book 1 is like, will they or won't they? And book 2 is like,
where won't they do it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not physically, but like in what location?
Yeah. I said yeah.
Okay, yeah. All of it. All right.
And the shower and the roof and all right. I won't spoil anymore.
Don't give it away to everyone who's going to read.
Go enjoy
your smutty book. So I also watched Flow.
Okay.
As well. And yeah, I thought it was fabulous.
Yeah.
It was
great.
Yeah. I mean, the animation is really cool. The story is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the cat guy.
Right, of course.
So I'm the crazy cat guy.
Yeah. So I did not sort of catch this, but I was talking to someone else, and they were saying that it's an animal from each is supposed to represent every continent.
Okay.
So the dogs are the U.S. The capybara is
Australia-ish?
South America. Sorry.
South America. Okay.
The dogs are North America.
Oh.
Because the USA is not a continent.
Well, it will be soon if we keep with the same.
Sorry. Yeah. South America. The cat is Europe.
Okay.
The bird is Asia.
Okay. Interesting.
What
else was there?
Missing? Got the dogs. We're missing Australia.
We are.
Missing. So maybe not all the continents, but some of them.
Maybe not all. I don't remember. Well, there were some fish
anyway,
come around.
There are a lot of fish, yeah, but they're mainly like a food source.
Right. The whale thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was that? A whale catfish kind of shark?
A mystical.
Anyway.
Smutty
it's a cool
creature.
Movie. It's really hard to talk about, unless you've seen it, but really
there's no dialogue.
None.
No dialogue.
None. Just animals making noises.
Yep. Really cool. Good film. I hope it wins Best Picture for animated.
Okay. Yeah.
So, anyway, I watched. There is on Caleb's favorite streaming network, Apple. There is a Vietnam documentary.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was on Apple.
All right.
But it was like a 6-7 part, I think roughly hour long episodes. But it was really good. I like to learn about history, and of course I know a fair amount about the Vietnam War.
Right.
Like we all think we know about the Vietnam War and this and that, but it was kind of cool to see it takes it from basically from the very start, even a little before our involvement, and then carries through after we were theoretically out of it.
Right.
But it's just kind of cool to see how that evolves. But they also interview not only soldiers who fought in it on our side, but they also have ex-Viet Cong people who are being interviewed. So it's kind of interesting to hear converse of how they see what was going down.
Right.
And you listen to how they tell things. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
yeah.
Well, their stance makes sense. I mean, kind of, we were in there.
Yeah, we're messing with their stuff.
But
so
anyway,
right.
So it was, and it's of course heartbreaking at times, all kinds of things.
I bet.
But it was good. It was good. I recommend if anyone has any interest on, on history and that kind of stuff. Okay. It was a good watch. And that's about all that I did in that regard. The one thing I did want to kind of pose to the chat and I guess to now Caleb and Michael, I have been noticing lots of rocks from the freeway hitting my windshield somewhat recently-ish.
Okay.
And I am wondering, is it just a phenomenon that I am experiencing, or is this happening to anyone else? Like, is anyone else noticing an extreme amount of rocks?
May I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
Is it only happening on the freeway?
Yes.
Okay. I rarely drive on the freeway. unless I have somewhere to go. You kind of have to, that's how you get. I mean,
A to B.
You don't have to, but it would take you a lot longer to get to
It
work.
It would, yes.
So no.
Okay.
No is the
Nothing
the
for
short.
you?
I don't drive on the freeway.
Okay, it's two non-freeway drivers. All right.
Right.
Well, anyone else in the chat
Please.
notice a lot more rocks in the freeway?
Speak
I don't
up.
know. It's daily, and it seems to be more in the morning.
Okay.
Like every morning, and was it this morning? A big one. I mean, it was a big ka-chunk. I'm just waiting for the cracks to start appearing, but I'm like literally throwing my hands up every time it happens, screaming like every day.
Wow.
So I was just wondering if it was. I mean, is something being done differently now? We're not.
Yeah.
Are tires bigger? Like what's going on? I don't know what it is.
Is this just only a Santa Rosa, Sonoma County thing? Is it everywhere?
Yeah, I don't know. Ken is saying he hasn't noticed anything. Of course, Ken, you're in Arizona, so it's a little different than over here. But
Laura,
no.
No.
All right, they're just out to get me. That's what I thought it was. I thought they were only out to get me. This was
you're a rock magnet.
Yeah, apparently. But they were like, oh, there's Neil in his car. Let's make him pay for a new windshield. That's kind of how I see it. So anyway, that's about it. Otherwise, we'd like to remind everyone that you can find Caleb and I on the radio, on the airwaves, every Thursday now. We're only live every other Thursday, basically. But we are on our recorded live one. The next week basically plays as a pre-record, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, but you can find us on KRJF 92.3 FM, KWTF 88.1 FM, or you can go online as well to krjf.org or kwtf.net, and there's a streaming thing on there. But you can come listen to the Cult Show. We're playing the music we can't play on YouTube. So it's usually a lot of fun.
Yeah, we just did an episode last night.
We did.
We had a really good time.
We did. And
we always have a good time.
We do have a good time.
Which is why you should listen.
You should listen to us. Again, you can, even if you're not in the area, you can stream it online.
Correct.
Live. And you can call us in the studio too, which would be even more fun if you guys would listen and give us a call.
Yep.
So we do say the number multiple times. Anyway, and then don't forget, you can go to Fangoria and get some of their merch and use the 20% off discount code from us to you by using the Cult Show at checkout.
Yep.
20% off. How cool is that?
It's pretty awesome.
The only thing cooler than that would be if you buy our own merch.
It must be our merch.
Our merch.
Our merch is pretty cool.
Look at this shirt. I mean, come on. There you go.
Jakey says relax.
Jakey tells you to relax. You got to do it.
Right. So all you have to do is just go to www.thecultshow.com/store and get your own shirt, water bottle, bucket hat,
Pillows.
trucker hat, pillow,
Mugs?
mugs.
I mean,
You could pretty much furnish your home
you can.
from our merch site.
What's that, Michael?
They can pay you to review a movie.
Oh, no, thank you, Michael. You can pay us to review a film. That's right. You can make us watch some really bad made-for-TV things starring your favorite female actress. And we'll do it.
That sounds weird. I'm glad we haven't had to do that
Deja
yet.
vu. No. Just kidding. We like it. We'll do them all. Shot glasses.
Hey, Army Beef.
Shot glasses. Yes, we need to get some shot glasses on there. You're right. Yeah. So the problem is we keep using and we like them so much. We keep using them ourselves. Thank you, Army.
Right.
We got those shot glasses.
There you go.
Um,
Shot glasses with our DNA on them.
That's valuable.
If you want to commit a crime, yeah.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Now, if we put them with our feet, then we could earn extra money, right?
No free feet pics.
No, we pay. We pay. We pose with our feet.
Oh yeah, I will send you pics of my feet if you send me money. Not a problem.
Sickos. Sickos.
Did I tell you about the smutty book I read?
Oh, no, please do. You want to read some to us?
I don't have it with me.
Ugh,
Sorry.
that wouldn't be uncomfortable at all. All right. Well, let's move into the next stage of our actual thingy review, right?
Yes.
So I have to click the right one. Okay.
You did it.
So far,
Sweet.
I can't see the actual live feed. I can only see the one that's coming it's delayed. So
Ladies, gentlemen, others, give it up for producer Neil.
that's right.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you. And don't forget this guy.
Making my birthday wish come true.
That's what they're gonna engrave on my tombstone. Making dreams come true. All right. Do you want to take it? Or you want me to start?
I was just pulling up because haven't done this in a while.
But
a synopsis.
A synopsis. Okay.
All right.
You got her?
I got it.
All right.
Okay, so we are talking about 1994's The Last Seduction. A devious sex pot steals her husband's drug money and hides out in a small town where she meets the perfect dupe for her next scheme. Now, I don't really like that synopsis because that kind of gives a lot away.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's the movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Don't really need us anymore.
Yeah, I know. We pretty much told you movie. Thank you very much for listening. I've had a great birthday. Good night.
Good night.
No, of course, this was directed by John Dahl. I said earlier, stars Linda Fiorentino, Peter Berg, Bill Pullman, lots of other faces that you recognize.
Okay.
Like J.T. Walsh, I think.
J.T. Walsh is
the lawyer's
briefly in
name.
it. Yeah. Anyone
I
else?
really like this movie. I think it's a lot of fun.
Do you? Okay.
I really do.
All
I
right.
don't like, the more you watch it, the more you realize just how devious. Linda Fiorentino. Fiorentino. I can't say it. How devious she is. Everything has a purpose. It may not be intentional, but she uses whatever you give her, and then turns it against you. She's evil.
She is. She's a good improviser.
Yeah, absolutely.
She takes everything. Yeah, she's got her main game plan, and even if something's skews, she finds a way to get it back to how it can benefit her,
right,
one way or another. So. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen this since it came out in the theater. We played it at our theater that we worked at. So I did. That was 94, right? 90 earlier. Can't remember now exactly.
Well, the movie came out in 94 is what
94.
it says, but it played HBO first.
Oh.
And then
came out to
theaters.
Okay.
There's another movie they did that called the Red
Rock West.
West also did
which
that.
is also a noir film.
Right.
I enjoy a lot, that one.
Yeah.
That's a Nicolas Cage one.
Okay. Might have to pick that one too, then.
Maybe, yeah. But this film, it was fine for me.
Okay.
I like Bill Pullman the most. Right? His character is
This is a
funny.
very different Bill
It is.
Pullman.
It is.
This is not the President of the United States of America giving an inspirational speech.
Yeah.
Bill Pullman is sleazy. He's in debt. He's desperate.
Yeah.
He has no morals. It seems. So yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah, and he's not like Ed Masterson from Wyatt Earp, or he's not affable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's none of those things.
He's not While You Were Sleeping.
Right. You can name all the ones.
Yeah.
But no, he's good. He's I mean, he is, I'm gonna call him, he's the antagonist of the movie, but I mean she I don't
really
know.
is.
Or is she an anti-hero? I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's a fun character. He's goofy in some regard, like in some parts, and then other parts he's like yelling at her, like kind of cool, almost Al Pacino-ish, kind of his like,
Because
you better run.
Yeah, because he's like really tough at times.
Right.
It kind of seems. But the first time we meet him, he thinks he's getting robbed because he's selling drugs to some people.
Yeah.
And he just kind of goes down to his knees and he's like, oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I should have known this was happening. And of course, they don't rob him. They end up giving him the money.
Right.
And he walks home with $700,000 stuffed inside his shirt, which I don't know that that's possible. I feel like that would be too much.
I don't know.
To fit inside your shirt.
I've never seen $700,000. So I just don't know. I mean, he had it in stacks. Was it stacks? Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
They were stacks of 100.
Okay.
I'm guessing 100 stacks of 100 hundreds.
100 hundreds?
Right.
Okay. How much is that? $10,000?
That'd be $10,000.
Yeah. So, yeah, I
So
probably would not work.
That's a lot of.
Okay. There you go. We call BS to that.
Yes. Yeah.
Good try, Bill Pullman.
I know.
Anyway.
Even with the two in your like shirt pockets and
Yeah. Anyway. So, so the gist, basically, like you said, Bill Pullman, Linda Fiorentino, they're married, they're crooks together. We meet her, she's running a telemarket scam type.
selling gold
Coins or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's brutal. From the very beginning, you learn, because she's calling them names.
Yep.
People who are selling for her. She's like, you better hurry up and start doing this, you sons of bitches.
She's got a stopwatch on one guy.
Right.
You know, tell him you need to ask to make the sale 4 times during a call.
Yeah.
Don't just try to sell 1 coin, sell 3.
Yes. Yep.
So yeah, she's hard.
From the very beginning.
Yeah.
But and then the next thing you see, Bill Pullman comes home, delivers the money, goes to take a shower, and she's like, all right, see ya. Basically.
No, they smell the money a lot.
Do they?
Did you kind of know? And she even licks it at one point.
She does lick it, yes.
Oh,
That's pretty dirty.
gross.
But I think she did that in response to him.
Like kind of shoving
You know,
it in her face, but at the same time, like,
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah, no. But they do a lot of like fanning it and smelling it. And,
No, okay.
You know, I don't know.
Again, if you put that much money in front of me, I might do the same thing. I just don't know. I
I also do not know what I would do, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of talking shit right now.
Right.
But yeah,
I'd
probably be licking it.
I'd probably lick $1,000 if you put it in front of me. So I just don't know.
Put some salad dressing on it. Try eating it.
I don't know. Give me a 10, I'll lick it, all right? I'm just saying. Just give me some money. Someone give me some friggin' money. Anyway. I'm just kidding. Don't give me any money. So Linda, aka Bridget is her name
Yeah.
in this. For now.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Takes the money and runs. Ooh, take the money and run. Yes. So, and she just starts driving. I guess she was heading towards Chicago,
She's
right?
gonna go to Chicago.
And she starts from
New York.
They're in New York.
They are in
One of the suburbs, right? Or the what do you call them? The boroughs.
Yeah.
She's in one of the boroughs.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I look like.
It also seems like she kind of has this planned. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think not well, but I think
she has a rough idea in her head. You get the impression that she's the one that sets up or pushes Bill Pullman's character, his name's Clay, into doing the drug deal in the first place.
Absolutely.
So, you know, she's already got her car sort of stashed. Well, I guess it's New York. You just kind of have to park off-site
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But she just starts driving with plan to go to Chicago. Suddenly realizes she's almost out of gas. Rookie mistake. Stops in a little town called Beston.
Yeah.
And heads into a bar called Ray's. And this is like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Pretty much.
Like we're in it now.
Right, we're going.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Bartender's not very nice. Can't get a drink.
Well, because she's rude. She's rude to him. She's not a nice person. She doesn't really have any manners. What we would consider manners. Or she's a little gruff.
She's a little gruff. She's a New Yorker, I think, is kind of what they're saying. But also, she just does not give a shit.
Right.
She just walks in, says Manhattan.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Exactly.
The bartender just kind of looks around and like,
Yep.
anyone need a drink?
Yep.
Anyone else need a drink? Like, everyone but her.
So you think that he's being rude, but in reality, she's in a little town now, and they all are nice to each other.
Right.
Respectful.
Correct.
And she is not that.
Yeah.
So-
Say hello to each other on the street when they walk by.
Right.
Stranger or not.
Or you walk into a bar and you sit down and the bartender, and you're like, hey, Mac, how's it going today?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
but
what
she can't be bothered by that.
No.
So-
Anyway. So she makes friends real quick.
Yeah. Until Mike
Right.
walks up.
Walks in.
Mike is, of course, played by
Peter Bird.
Peter Bird.
Is that him?
Sorry. Yeah. And he sort of gets her that drink.
Yes.
Mike is also kind of horny. And he's got a great pickup line.
Which is what? Because I don't remember.
I'm hung like a horse. Think about it.
Oh, right. That's his second attempt to talk to her. That's right. At first she rejects him.
Yeah.
when he tries the nice thing.
He tries to be nice. Obviously, nice does not work.
Right. And then he just
And so he goes with "I'm hung like a horse. Think about it."
right.
And that gets him the interview anyway.
Because well, yeah, she says, "Let me see it."
Right.
Like right here. Does he show it to her? I don't remember.
No, she reaches
Oh,
down
that's
his
right, she
pants
grabs
and
it.
starts
That's
feeling
right.
around and starts asking him questions.
That's right.
Ever been
And-
with a man?
and the STDs.
Any STDs?
That's right.
Is your apartment clean or your house clean?
Right.
Um,
What's his 5? What are there 5 balls in here?
1, 2, 3, all there. Good.
Yeah.
So they go home and they bang.
So vulgar, Caleb.
What?
You read
Sorry.
one book and now, now you're just like,
I mean, okay, they have sex.
it's his birthday. It's all right. It's your birthday.
I don't know. Sorry.
You can be as vulgar as you want.
That's just how I talk.
She bangs. She bangs. Yeah, they go home. They copulate. They fornicate. Probably a little mastication in there.
Sure, there's maybe some. Never mind.
Don't yet. That's good. We got kids in the audience. We don't want to. Too bad.
Anyway.
Hello, Christy. By the way, hi, Christy.
Hi, Christy. Mike is sprung.
Mike is sprung.
He is sprung. Something happened earlier in Buffalo that we don't know about, but it's kind of. He even says he's looking to get his balls back,
Right.
and we don't know what it is. It's this thing that sort of hangs over our head the entire time.
Well, we know that he was there
Right.
to leave Beston because he needed to get out,
He wants to get out.
and so he goes to the big city of Buffalo.
Buffalo. Hey, they've got a football team.
This is before the Bills were any good. So, anyway, so he goes there. He gets married. That we know.
Right.
And then the marriage falls apart. He comes back.
Yeah.
So that part we knew.
But
that's it.
If you wanted out and you were already out, why come back?
Yeah, because he had nowhere else to go, I guess.
I guess.
You know?
Maybe. All right.
So he's like
Sure.
he's like Richard Gere. He's got nowhere else to go.
Like me on my birthday.
No, you're here, man. You're here.
But I already said that line.
I know, but for yourself. Sorry. Look, I got an eyeball. You see my eyeball? Someone says rural Neanderthal. I like that line. It's probably her.
Rural.
Rural.
The rural juror.
Rural Neanderthal.
Rural Neanderthal.
I'm sure it's when Bridget is talking about someone in Beston. I don't remember what scene exactly, but
Probably.
I wrote it down. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she just continues being rude.
Oh, yeah. Whole
Just the whole time. She ends up talking to a lawyer who gives her legal advice on how to keep the drug money and not give half to her husband.
Right.
So he tells her, keep it in cash, because as soon as you buy something with it, he is entitled to half. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're
Yep.
married.
Yep.
And he says, don't go to Chicago, because that's the first place your husband will look.
Right. Because she has ties there, clearly.
Right.
So,
So just kind of hang out. And
yeah.
that's what she decides to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she was literally passing through for one day, but then it becomes, she like literally, she's told, you better just stay there. You're in the middle of
Right.
nowhere anyway. You got the cash. And she immediately goes out, gets a job like right away.
Right. But also has sex with this guy who is very clingy, and it's
Right.
like the opposite of what she wants and is looking for, and he just will not stay away. you know.
Right.
But she also kind of keeps going back.
Yes.
Because at one point her husband Clay hires a PI. They get the area code that she's staying at of
Right.
Preston. So her lawyer tells her, well, just don't be alone. So she's already trying to cut ties with this Mike guy, but now the lawyer says don't be alone. So now she goes back to him.
Yeah.
And Mike's like, oh, you're back. Can't we be more? We need to define this. You never tell me anything. You
Yeah.
never.
He is a little, he's a little clingy.
Yeah.
But so the way they find out the area code where she is kind of funny because there's a scene with Bill Pullman. Again, Bill Pullman's the best character in this movie.
He's great.
So there's this whole scene where he's got the PI that he hires, the different one than the one that is tracking her later on, right? There's one that sits in front of her house for a while.
Right.
So there's the first guy, Bill Nunn, I think is the actor's name.
Correct.
And he basically Bill Pullman hires him and says, "Hey, you know what? If you help me find her and get the money back, I'll give you half of what you recover."
Right.
Because who knows how much she's going to spend or whatever. Anyway, so they basically are waiting for her to call him, because I guess they figure at some point she's going to call.
They make a lot of like
Assumptions. Yeah.
But yes, that is and when they do, they have this whole thing planned about, they know they're not going to want to talk on the landline, and that there's a payphone outside downstairs, and it's actually pretty clever that
It is.
they clone a brick cell phone with the number. And
I'm not even sure if it's the same number of the payphone. They might just say this is the payphone number because they
have
the cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Because cell phones weren't in '94 weren't exactly
clonable
everywhere. but the thing is how he Bill Pullman knows that she's gonna call that number, and so he's trying to make himself out of breath, like he ran downstairs, and she's like, "I'm gonna call you in 2 minutes. You better be there." So he's just like running in place and going back and forth, and opens the window up so that the city sounds are coming in.
Right.
It's just really funny because he's just like, again, he's this goofy guy, but he's like also the heavy.
He's a little devious.
Yeah. So it's just kind of funny.
But it also plays kind of in a very comedic way.
It does. Yeah. So he's talking to her on the phone. He's like acting like he's all out of breath and everything. I don't know. It's just pretty funny.
Yeah.
He's endearing. He's like an endearing character. Is how I would call him. So I know. I mean,
I think pretty much everyone in this movie is like sleazy to some degree.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
There's not like really any character.
Like us all.
To some degree.
But in this movie, just a lot more.
Yes. So Bridget is now she gets a job at an insurance company, and somehow she lies her way into a fairly high position.
Correct.
But she and Peter Berg, sorry, what's his name?
Mike.
He works there also, and it's pure coincidence that he works there.
Right.
They just happen to. He's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" And it makes it even worse for poor Bridget, who her name is now Wendy at this point, right?
Wendy Croy.
Right.
Because earlier on, they established that she can write backwards.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. Like she can just sit down, write backwards in perfect cursive, and then when you hold it up to a mirror, you can read what it is she's saying.
Yes.
She doesn't have to think about it. She can just do it. So one of those leaps or assumptions that we were talking about earlier was that Bill Pullman's character, Clay, deduces that her name is Wendy Croy. W-E-N is backwards is new, N-E-W.
Oh.
Croy backwards is
York. Okay. I was trying to figure out, like, well, it doesn't exactly perfectly, so it's you start this way and then that way. Okay. So this D and Y is just kind of extra.
It just complete, because if she just said my name is Wen Croy,
right?
That doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, it could be Wen Dixie.
I don't know, but just how he comes to that
right.
This is her name. This is because she can write backwards. Yeah, I know how she thinks. Right. Is what he says.
Yeah. He was looking at a picture of New York.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was, and he's like, oh, yeah. You're like, yeah. That's a bit of a leap on that one.
Okay. I'll go with it.
I'll take it. Why not? Anyway, so she's pretty fearless, as we already know. She comes up with this idea of like, dude, there's probably like a lot of women that like hate their husbands because they know they're cheating on them, right? And she's like, they probably want them dead. So why don't we like go through the database and find all these women and the weird things, and we'll call the ones that we cross-reference with something else that we probably figure they're probably being cheated on, and then we'll like.
I believe it was married men who have credit cards that their wife's name isn't on.
Got it. Okay.
That was their whole.
That's how they figured it out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just like picks up a phone and it just
dials.
Starts dialing women, and she's like it's like the first time the man answered or whatever it was. The second time she like called someone, and it was like too late at night.
Well, yeah, they're coming home from the bar, so it's probably like midnight or later at this point.
Right.
So they decide to call someone on the West Coast.
Right.
Get someone, tell the person, like, and Mike's like, hey, we're not doing this. She's like, just kidding.
Right.
I just wanted to prove my point, but there's more to it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But she's pretty fearless.
Yes.
Man. Here's the thing I don't understand.
Okay.
All right, so she's in a town where she doesn't want anyone to know who she is because she's hiding out from her husband and technically from the
PI. And
the mob. Who is it? The mob? Who is it?
the loan sharks.
The loan sharks.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, but she's still driving the same car.
Yeah.
That to me, I kept looking like, one of the first things you do, because he knows your car.
Right.
You can hire, here's your license plate, and the PI can find, I mean, I don't know. That to me was a little weird that she was driving the same car the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about that or no?
I didn't. I thought that maybe the car. I don't know. I feel like when she leaves her husband and goes and gets the car, that maybe he didn't know about the car. Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh,
that could be.
The husband just didn't know.
Right.
Just assumed she was a regular New Yorker that took the subway or a taxi everywhere.
Okay. Interesting. So they're saying there's an echo, which we can't fix because it's just the two of us. So hopefully it'll go away. A lot of times, sometimes these YouTube will do an echo for a short while and then it goes away on its own.
Okay.
But if it stays the entire time, then just pretend you're at a concert hall.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's all. Yeah. Where were we?
Car.
Yes. So she
Yeah.
drives
So
the
we don't
car.
know.
Okay.
So we don't know.
All right.
But they don't track it. That wasn't a thing.
I guess. Okay.
They play this on and off again, the game, a lot. Too much? Too little? They're hot, they're cold, they're fucking, they're not fucking, they're banging, they're not banging.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it kind of goes back and forth.
It kind of goes on and on and on and on and on,
Yeah.
Finally, that first PI catches up with them, though. And Bridget and Mike have had a fight, so he's not there.
Right.
She plays into this guy's ego. I don't really know what to. They're driving in a car. She convinces him to take off his seatbelt.
To expose himself.
To expose himself.
Because she wanted to know, is it true, do men of color have larger appendages?
So when he takes off the seatbelt, she drives into a telephone pole, and he goes straight through the windshield.
Yeah. So she realized that she had an airbag.
Right.
Back then it was passenger airbag. Or not passenger, driver airbag.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, so that's it. She basically dispatches
So he's gone.
that guy real quick. But
However, she has to explain what she was doing with this guy in the car.
right.
The police may be yokels, but they're still police.
Yes.
But she plays into their racism, I guess would be the
Right. Their small-mindedness.
Small-mindedness, and just kind of was saying like, he was like in the movies, MF for this and MF for that.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And asked if he could, if the sheriff could keep it quiet, which he does.
Right.
Does not say anything.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she does a great job. She keeps manipulating everyone.
Yeah, anyone and everyone. However, Clay now knows where she is. Right? The first guy must have phoned in or something at some point. Because another PI shows up.
That's true. You're right.
Doesn't try to do anything, just he's now only paid to sit and watch.
Yeah, he's just basically tailing her,
Yeah.
watching her.
He's like a doofy guy named Bert. I'm sorry if her name is Bert, but
Yep.
And she kind of plays him like a fiddle, offers him homemade cookies, which were store-bought cookies put in the oven and warmed up.
Is that what they were?
Did you notice it?
No, I did not.
Yeah, here's a store bag.
Okay.
And she puts it into the oven, warms them up, and then hey, I just baked you some cookies. Thought you might get hungry. And while she's handing him, puts a piece of wood with some nails through it underneath his tire.
Right. Yep.
So
always thinking that one.
So in the meantime, she tells Mike that she is gonna go through with her murder for
Yeah.
payment
Plan.
Yeah, plan. And she sets this whole thing up about she's going to go to Florida. She's got the guy picked out. She's got the name. She's got a ticket. But in the meantime, she goes to Buffalo instead.
Right.
And
She's
does some sleuthing.
yeah. She's clever. She's I mean, you don't really know what exactly she's doing at this
You
point.
don't, right.
But she goes up to Buffalo. Good night, Tommy. Have a good night.
Night, Tommy.
And she meets with someone,
Mike,
a woman.
right,
And-
Mike's ex.
Well, you don't know that though.
Assuming.
I didn't. I don't know if I assumed that. I don't think I knew what the hell was going on.
Oh, no? Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. Did we know that she was going to Buffalo at that point? It wasn't until later that we realized. I can't remember exactly now.
I thought I did.
Okay, well,
it
I-
might just be because I've seen it before, like, not recently, but within the last 3 years or so.
Oh.
So
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That's a really good question.
I don't think I gathered. I can't remember now though, either.
Okay. All right.
So-
Well, she meets with someone.
She meets with
We'll play it
someone.
Neil's way.
Who knows? And then she said she was supposed to go to Florida or something too.
Right. Yeah.
So
So when she comes back, she tells Mike, "I did it,
right.
and this is the money." The wife got a payout that quick, apparently.
Yeah. Right. Like that would happen. But yeah, anyway, so and then I think Mike he's upset. He's like, "You can't kill people. This is what
Right.
you're supposed to do."
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is he more upset that she doesn't fill his perfect checklist of what he wants in a mate or what? But
Call him A, call him B, but he is never really on board with murder.
oh, Army.
Thank you, Army. That scares me every time.
Thank you, Army.
Thank you. Appreciate it. He's never on board with murder.
No,
Like ever. Until I guess he feels he has to, but
right. Absolutely.
But she says we need to be equals. I've done it. Now you need to do it. And there's this guy in New York. He's
Yeah.
he's kicking little old ladies out of their apartment and making them go live on the street.
Yep. So this, like a lot of these femme fatale
Mm-hmm.
noir type movies, there always ends up circling eventually to, please get rid of my husband, my boyfriend, whatever it is.
Whether you know it or not. But
It always comes around.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, so that's the plan the whole time. So she's getting all this stuff in motion eventually to make Peter Berg go to New York and kill Clay.
Correct.
Because then with him out of the way, there's no one looking for her
She's
anymore.
got it all.
Yeah.
And maybe there's some insurance money on Clay. Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe. The question is, would she ever pay off the loan sharks? Would they be looking for her at any point?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know? That we don't know. They don't tell us
Do
that.
not know.
But she hatches a pretty big plan with him, which is basically like, and they go through the whole thing together for us to see, which is go to New York, go here, do this. Here's the key. Get into the room.
Before that, though, he still is not on board
Okay.
until she fakes a letter
Oh,
from
that's right. Trish.
from Trish. And they're still not divorced as far as we know. He says at the beginning of the movie, I'll get around to it.
Okay.
So they're still technically married. So, yeah, Bridget fakes a letter pretending to be Trish saying, I'm coming to Beston. I'm going to live there with you. And then suddenly Mike is on board. Right?
Yes.
So then,
Yeah.
now they've come up with their plan. It's a step by step. Like if you just follow the plan, everything will go according to plan.
Right.
And it ends with, after you've killed the husband, turn off the lights, walk out the door,
Right.
and leave.
Yep.
And we'll meet. Okay, I don't remember what they'd meet back in Breston. I think was the plan.
Poughkeepsie? I don't remember.
Wherever.
Meet me in St. Louis? Yeah.
No, they could not go back to Breston because he said I will never go there.
Right. I think they're going to stay in New York.
So they're staying in New York. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to stay there actually.
All right.
Because he wanted more.
Right.
But anyway, surprise, he gets into the apartment where Bill Pullman in, and it doesn't quite go as well.
And this is great, Bill Pullman. This is actually my favorite because he's in a gag. He hits him on the head because part of the plan was knock him out.
Right.
He hits him in the head. It doesn't work.
Right.
For whatever reason, Clay figures out that Bridget is behind this, and he's like crawling over to a dresser that has their wedding picture
He's
on it.
handcuffed down to his feet.
Right. Yes.
So he has to get up and like shimmy over, and he's in his like boxers and
Yeah.
a t-shirt, I think, and
gagged still.
Right. And he like knocks over a picture that he has of he and Bridget together.
Right. It's their wedding picture.
Right.
It's their wedding photo.
Yep.
Yeah. So then, cut to an exterior, the light turns off, and you see Bridget outside just looking up, smoking a cigarette. She smokes a lot in this movie, by the way.
Lots
A
of
lot.
smoking.
Camel filters, by the way. And at one point, you even got to see a camel buck. Anyone remember these?
I do.
I have a ton of these still. Are they worth anything? Can I buy anything?
Yeah, I don't know anymore. You could sell them on eBay,
Yeah.
maybe.
So, yeah, that was the old, camel loyalty program.
Yeah. You could get lighters and T-shirts and
Save up enough of them, send them in, and they send you some stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
I still have quite a few lighters from them that I
Yeah.
got with those.
yeah.
Camel
I
bucks!
used to have a cool pair of shorts I got from them that were like my
I
night
remember
shorts.
those.
Yeah.
Those like sort of sweat panty
Kinda,
type.
yeah. Yep.
I remember those well.
Mark Business Truth remembers sweet camel bucks. So yeah, she flashes a pack of cigarettes on the back. You both went,
Yeah.
camel bucks. Oh, the 90s.
Yeah. Anyway, Bridget shows up to the apartment and sees that Clay is still alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a little
She's a little miffed.
upset. He didn't do his job.
So-
Because he turned the light off, which meant
Right.
job done.
The job was done.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no, not yet, because he's like, wait a minute. This guy's got some good points he's making.
Yeah. And I never really wanted to do this anyway. I've been saying no all along,
Right.
but it's kind of forced.
But they end up. Okay, well, so she end up. What happens now? Fighting?
She
sprays him with the.
sprays him with mace or pepper
Yeah.
spray or something down his throat.
Yep, closes up
Which
his
I'm
airway.
guessing throws it. Yeah. So Clay's dead. Unfortunately.
Yes, Clay is dead. That's right.
Or not unfortunately, but Clay is dead.
For me, I wasn't happy, but it's okay.
I know. You're
Yeah.
Team Clay.
I am Team Clay. He was funny. Yeah, so he dies,
Right.
and then she's like, okay, and she, of course, immediately turns it into. She's got her new plan right away,
Yep.
which
Which
is
well, we finally find out what happened in Buffalo.
yeah,
So they don't really go too far into it, but Mike married a transsexual woman, found out, and left. So Bridget finds out about it, wrote the letter. He's just trying to get away because he's like, I don't want to do this. This is not what I'm into. So he's just trying to get away from Trish. Is that her
Yes.
name? Yeah.
Trish. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
And so Bridget just goes off on him, calls him the F slur, calls him, I asked you in the beginning if you'd ever slept with a man. Just transphobic, homophobic, all the phobics.
Right.
But
And
then,
In an attempt for him to hopefully start hitting her or knocking her around, and
right. So
getting mad.
Yeah. And that's sort of her MO,
Right.
if you will, because now she will be justified to kill him. He doesn't. He never hits her. He just, but she says, she says, rape me.
So yeah,
That's a quote from the movie. And
and she says it over and over.
over and over and over again. He stupidly does.
Right.
She has dialed 911, so the police hear everything
Right.
because she has him confessing everything verbally. Police hear it. He goes to jail for the rest of his life. She drives off in a limousine with the money.
Yeah. Roll credits.
Roll credits.
So
Snazzy jazz plays
throughout the whole movie.
throughout the whole movie.
It's they paid for one song. They got one song for the whole film. So whether it's a Bill Pullman and his luck, his cuteness or whatever you want to call it, or it's the dredge of whatever's going on.
It doesn't. It's the
Same music.
Same music.
So it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I actually didn't have really a problem with it. So
by the end, you're just kind of like, all right, you just go with it.
Yeah.
So
they went for the ride. There you go.
Yeah.
So
I enjoyed.
Anyway, I'm glad you liked it. Again, I'm glad it's one of those ones, and I certainly didn't hate it by any means.
Right.
So
right.
it was, yeah. It was, I mean, I kind of wish there was more of the Bill Pullman, honestly, because I think I did get a little tired maybe of the back and forth, off and on, Peter Berg clinginess kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Like we get it, It's
I don't know if I even like Peter Berg as leading guy. That might be part of my problem also.
I don't know that I've ever liked Peter Berg as a leading
No,
guy.
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I mean.
Like, it doesn't matter the movie, so yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many films he really was a lead actor in, other than Shocker, and then this, but...
The Great White Hype.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. But that was also, wasn't... who else was in that? Wasn't that Sam Jackson or something? Who else was in that film?
Sam Jackson and Damon Wayans.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, what do I know?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Anyway, well, so normally at this point we would go play a game, but
Are we not doing that?
we're not going to do that.
Oh, we're not?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
What are we going to do?
nothing. We're done.
Oh, we're done. Okay, never mind. It's your birthday. You don't want to ask, any facts or nothing? Okay.
No, I just want to say thank you
Well-
so much for doing this.
Well, let's at least, we got Caleb's birthday cake here, so we could eat those, and maybe what if anyone wants to ask a question or anything?
yeah.
Or you want to ask Caleb how old he is? Boop. I got a lighter.
Sweet. Is that
How
a
about
studio lighter now?
There you go. Here's
All right.
your birthday pie.
Thank you.
More people will watch if there's punch and pie.
This is true.
HB Day, HPD. Caleb Dig.
Y'all come down and have a slice. I
Give
believe
it-
this is a chocolate cream.
Chocolate cream pie.
Alright.
Chocolate
Yeah.
cream pie.
All right.
Everyone on the count of 3.
Birthday wish, birthday wish, birthday wish. Okay.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone.
Everybody eat some before we go.
Oh, yeah, of course. Mark Vision Truth was approved sweet. Yes, I would go any type of cream pie. I like coconut cream, banana cream, chocolate cream. Carrot cake is my preferred cake of choice. Got to be cream cheese frosting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not really.
Otherwise, yeah.
That is
Or none.
that is some chocolate cream.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Anyone have anything they want to say or offer? I'm sorry, guys, that we're kind of cutting her short tonight, but
Yeah. It's a different kind of night. Do you like this format?
I don't. Just the two of us.
Not
I
asking
mean,
you.
doing this
I'm
now.
asking chat. Do you like this format?
I don't get a say. That's fine. What else is new? Anyway, all right. Well,
I think that went well, as expected.
sure. Well enough. Laura's asking if you had a good birthday.
I worked today, and it was just one of those days where it was just like, it wasn't bad, but it was just one thing after another, after another, after another. So and then I came here, and then we were like, are we going to do it, or are we not going to do it? So I haven't really sat down and processed that question yet. I am having a good birthday right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
You got some gifts you got to open still too.
It's weird. Do I do it now? Do I do it later?
I don't know. It's up to you.
All right.
You're welcome to do it now if you want.
Okay.
But or you can wait till later on. It's your birthday.
All right. We'll probably do that off camera.
That's right. Christy's right. It's your birthday. You get up early. That's right, huh? Well, Arnie Beef says now.
No.
They want to watch.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? No, I'm not going to open in front of you. That's awkward for me.
Awkward for Caleb. Okay, fair enough.
So,
all right.
no, but seriously, thank you so much for the wishes. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. A lot of you are here every week. You're a ride or dies.
Yes.
And it just means a lot to me. We've been doing this for just over 6 years now.
It's been 6?
Yeah.
Wow. Dang.
I know.
That's a lot.
I know. So it's really cool. You guys mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Army Beef, thank you, as always.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Where's Caleb? I don't see Caleb in the corner. Where'd he go? Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's over here. All right. So thanks to whom? Do you have the list? Do you remember it?
Let's see. We got Army Beef. We got Christy. We got this movie buff Laura. Mindy. Vanilla Ken. Mark Vision's Truth. Did I miss anyone? Turkey Lurkeys.
Any other crazies?
Sorry guys, I'm 51 now. I've got a bad memory.
Bye guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you later. Have a good week.